It's the Hughes It or Lose It show.
Because everyone's got an opinion with Frazierhughes.com.
The Ghost Hunters on TV does a great job of detecting paranormal activity, but they usually don't, send the ghost to where it needs to continue in the spiritual evolution. That's in the light. The final step in ghost busting is often overlooked, but it's a pretty crucial part. And it's because if it's not done correctly, the ghost will continue to cause problems for itself and others. Now, some of the reasons the ghosts are in your home or around you: addictions, attachments to familiar places, sudden and unexpected deaths, suicide, revenge, and fear of hell can cause ghosts to stick around. They may have died in your home, wandered into your home, or followed you home from a hospital, cemetery, or bar, for example. Use it or lose it. Why? Because everybody's got an opinion. I mean, if you don't believe me, just ask someone for an opinion and they'll definitely give it to you, especially when it comes to ghosts and getting rid of ghosts. And how do you know that you've got a ghost hanging out in your home? Some of the signs include unexplained noises, voices, objects disappearing, electronics turning on and off by themselves, young children seeing people you cannot. And I've heard that from one of my youngest kids, not here or not there in my home, but and I've heard that kids can see ghosts and adults can't. Hughes it or lose it. Hughes or lose on Twitter. Christine tweets out of Radford, Virginia, kids can see ghosts. Frazier, you are right. And the big deal here is that do you have any of these signs in your home? Some of the other signs are lights flickering, unexplained smells, hot or cold spots, feeling like you're being watched, seeing shadows out of the corner of your eye, pets acting strangely, a sudden urge to overeat, drink, smoke, or do drugs, especially if you cannot attribute the urge to anything in particular, and nightmares. And fortunately, you can help the ghost and yourself relatively easily with the following steps. Hughes it or lose it. Hughes or lose these steps. Hughes it, you agree. Lose it, you disagree. Here are 7 steps. 1, identify the energy. Is it a guide or a ghost? Higher level guides are not abusive or negative. A guide or loved one who has crossed over will pop in to help you and you'll feel uplifted. If your ghost is a loved one who has died, realize that it's better for both of you if they go to the light. So I'm telling you to go to the light. You can leave this home now and go to the light. That's what you can say. You can leave this business now and go to the light. Go to the light. And that's one of the things you can say. And you want to make sure you say, go to the light. Go to the light. If not, if you don't do it correctly, the ghost is going to go somewhere else, maybe your neighbor's house. Number 2, research the home in the area history. Did someone die in the home or area? Is or was there previously a bar, crack house, burial ground, morgue, cemetery, or hospital nearby? Interesting to think that ghosts could come from the morgue if you live next to a hospital. Number 3. Sometimes ghosts don't realize they're dead or being bothersome. Therefore, firmly yet calmly explain out loud that he or she is dead. This is your home now, and it's time to move on into the light and point upwards. Hey, look, you're dead. It's time for you to move on to a new home. You can go now to the light. This is not your home. You are dead. You are dead and you're not alive. It's time for you to move to the light. You can now move to the light. And for for these steps, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but this is this is what is said to be done. These are steps on getting rid of a ghost in your home. For more stubborn energies, use these next steps. Make sure you're sober and centered during the process, or you'll open yourself up to the risk of possession. Utilize the light. This is number 4. Utilize the light. Spiritually protect yourself by visualizing a bright white light. Pretend the sun is shining brightly or lightning is striking and filling you in every corner of every room. Go to the light. Go to the light. Wow, that's all you got to do, right? Number 6. Number 5, burn sage. These are tips on getting rid of a ghost in your home. Use it or lose it. Burn sage. You can find sage at any health food and metaphysical stores and online. Light the sage, hold over an ashtray or plate, then walk clockwise around each room while imagining the space being purified by the smoke. Number 6, use step number 3 again. And that was some ghosts don't realize they're dead. You can tell them it's time to move on to the light, point upwards, and then call in their loved ones from the other side to help explain that it's time to return home. Call in their loved ones if there was someone that you know that you knew that's dead or could be the ghost in your home. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Tips to get rid of ghosts in your home. This is the last tip. Number 7. If the energy doesn't want to leave, call in God, guides of the light. Call in God, guides of the light, and for tougher cases, archangels Michael and Sandalphon for assistance. Michael and Sandalphon, come on in. Do the job. Get rid of the ghosts. And ask them to guide the lost souls to the light. These energies are always willing and able to help, but you got to ask. Okay, it's important. Do not simply cast out a ghost from your home because it will wander into another home. Instead, always guide it into the light. Once there, it won't return as an earthbound spirit and cause harm to itself or others. So, do you believe in ghosts? Use it or lose it. Hughes or lose on Twitter.
It's the Hughes It or Lose It show. Why? Because everyone's got an opinion with Frazierhughes.com. Follow on Twitter at Hughes or Lose. Like on Facebook at Frazier Hughes. Follow on Pinterest at Hughes or Lose. Follow on YouTube at Frazierhughes.com. That's com, not .com.